Hello everyone, and how are you all today? My name is Valthir Soul Reaver, and today we're back in Icarus. Um, I don't know, I decided that I wanted something a little bit more calm, this, for this stream. Something a little less, just exciting. So, we're going to be going ahead and starting up an open world prospect. And the idea is to try and make it like a home base, make it so that there is, we go through the tech tree and just do a lot of learning and experimenting and seeing what does and doesn't work. And then also, where possible, getting exotics so that we can get better equipment so we can start tackling more dangerous missions. So, without further ado, let's get down there. Claim that prospect. We are not going to take any of our mission critical equipment. Not because I think that there's a risk to any of them, but I kind of... This stuff is for missions, so I'm going to kind of just leave it up in orbit. So we're going to go ahead down to the planet without anything fancy. I probably should. I do regret not being able to take one of these with me, but you know what? It's okay. Confirm loadout. Ah, right. Here we go. Let's see. Does it give me a little synopsis? Okay, here we go. What's that? Food, rocks, creatures, O2, comfortable. All right. Yeah, these are the dangerous areas, if I remember correctly. Yeah. No, this one. Yeah, medium. Whereas... Alright, so these two are basically the same. I've spent most of the missions down here in and around this stuff. So I'm going to be honest, I want to explore this area. So yeah, we're going to go into the Riverlands. Drop here. Yeah, that's fine. Now, I'll admit, chat, it's been a hot minute since I've been in Icarus, so I'm going to be a little rusty.
First things first, if you want to complete missions for the UDA, you'll need to craft a short-range radio. Plenty of folks need help, and factions pay well for prospectors that offer their time. Up to you. Stay safe.
Nope. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, we're going to want to get ourselves a pickaxe right out the gate. Because if I remember correctly... Oh, do I have some talent points to spend? I do. Interesting. Well, I'll worry about that later. So, did I... Alright, I'm still spec'd into pickaxes, though not as much as I was before. Though I do still have a lot of points here as well. Okay. Well, we're going to see about utilizing these talent points as we have them set up so far. And we'll add... Oh, good gosh. Excuse me, chat. Apologies. We're going to go ahead and... add what we need as we need it. So we're going to just since pickaxes is where we are strongest, we're going to try and go for that first. And then move on from there. Alright, so pickaxe. Can we make ourselves... Yep, we can make ourselves a normal axe already. Alright, that'll consume all of our stone. But that's okay, we have a pickaxe. This is why we do these things. Being able to breathe is usually pretty good, so let's go ahead and grab some of this. There we go. And then we're just going to go ahead and slide that in there just for now. Okay. Pumpkin. Okay, so let's also see where we landed. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Ooh, Moas. Those guys are angry. They're very dangerous. Have I been seen? No, it doesn't look like it. Grabbing ourselves some nice plants. One of the other things that we're going to want to try and do is to activate some of the traders that they implemented not too long ago. And use that to generate resources for us for our missions. Okay, I like where this is going. Cool. A fairly flat area that we can go ahead and build in. Okay, how are we doing? Okay. Let's eat one of those. Oh, we're going to need that. We're going to need a bunch of this. Now, ultimately, what we want to do is we want to basically create a concrete compound where we're able to basically race up the tech tree, have everything that we need, be as energy efficient as possible. I want to get electricity. I want to get laser guns. Have most of my equipment and stuff work off of batteries. That's essentially the overall plan that I kind of want to work with. What was that? Okay, so that was the water. Reed flower. Right here, we're getting a little too rocky. berries. Also get some of these yellows. Okay. I'm thinking somewhere in this area is where we're going to set up shop. I like the accessibility of the water. I like the ability to build where I'm able to... I like the ability to basically utilize the terrain to help me create a defensive... like... I'm struggling with the word. I like to utilize the terrain to help minimize the number of attack avenues that creatures could have should they decide to get hostile with my base. Creating a sort of artificial kill zone, if you will. Ooh. Okay. How is this? A little rocky, but we could work with the... Oh, hello. Do you not see me? The problem is I'm not really feeling that confident in this preventing... See, the wolf is just walking right over that. So that's not not as much of a natural barrier as it first appears. So I think I'm going to go back down, right? Oh my gosh. Mr. Buffalo, you scared the bejesus out of me. I thought you were a bear for a moment there. That would have been really, really bad. Alright. Yeah. One last look at the map. Okay, so that is not a tiny island like it at first appears over there. So here's where we're going to set up shop. Alright. Now we just need to clear this, and we need to get it up and running before it becomes nighttime. And we spent a lot of time finding the location, so now we need to hustle. Oh. Whew. Try and get as much of the wood as possible. Ooh, come on, let me back up. Let me back up. Thank you. There we go. All right. Now, what is most likely going to happen, chat, is we're most likely going to keep this initial area, this tiny little area, as our, like, landing, and then we're actually going to build out into the water. Is most likely what's going to happen. Now, I'll have to figure out exactly how and where. Like, we're probably talking about maybe it happening, like, right about here. Going out, but that's essentially what we're going to be planning. That way we can get a bunch of water wheels to help with power generation. Alright, I believe it's about midday. Oh, God! Okay. Alright, we need a knife. Craft. This is actually really bad. It's both good and bad. Because on one hand... On one hand, we need all the stuff that we need everything that we can get off of these things, off these creatures. But if we don't take care of it very quickly, it can attract predators. And I'm now out of inventory space. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That was the wrong button. Okay. Crafting. We're going to need a shovel. We need a shovel. Where is a shovel? Oh, where did the shovel go? There it is. Ah, see. I was wondering where some of the stuff went. I was like, how did I have room for all of it? I kind of didn't. Alright, let's repair some of these real fast. Okay. And then we're going to need... Sleeping bag. I still need more fur. That's unfortunate. Okay, these dirt foundations. Max 2. Craft. Why? Being difficult, chat. It's being difficult. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, oops. Okay. This silica ore. Okay. There we go. Okay. Then we do that. And this will serve as a sort of like, I think what we're going to do is kind of have a bit of a drawbridge situation where this will be the front gate, as it were. And actually, speaking of which, we're now going to... Oh, dear. Put that in there. Crafting. We need walls. We need walls, chat. We need some walls. So let's go ahead and get... Let's go start with 4 walls. We're obviously going to need more. Okay. Or, nope, there we go. Okay, so that's where the door is going to be, and then this is going to be a regular wall and a regular wall. Regular wall. Alright, we need a few more. Let's get another 4. Okay, keep it simple. Okay, 2 more. Okay. Now, regular wall, and then here, we're going to have a window, which hopefully we'll be able to do some fishing from while we're in just the cabin. That should allow us to do that while it's like nighttime or whatever, because we do not yet have a bed. And without a bed, we're not going to be able to sleep. There we go. Okay, perfect. Then we need wood floor, which should be 6. Okay. Alright, at the very least, we're now protected from the environment. Now we need to go ahead and... Oh, I can't even build a normal campfire. Okay. Not yet. Hello, friend. Sorry. Hey, got another level. Love to see it. Now, I've heard about a little trick. I don't know if it's been fixed since I heard about it. But if we don't destroy the entire thing of stone, when we reset the server, it should replenish. So that should give us an infinite amount of stone, at least, for the immediate future. Alright, that should be enough. now. We need to acquire as many of these things as we can get. Quickly as we can get them. Oops. I had the opportunity to do the fire. Actually, you know what? That would have been very excessive. We're really strapped for resources. We're going to keep the normal fire pit, which we're going to put right here. There we go. Do I have the grinder? What do I need for the grinder? I need charcoal. If I remember correctly, I'll probably want to split the stack. There we go. Do that. And then cook this meat. Now, with my talents, do I have... Slows food decay in your inventory by 50%. Yeah, I've just had some of it in there for a long time. Okay. First things first, eat the food. Seed pouch, don't need that yet. Stone cairn, don't need that. What else we got? Small wood crate. Very, very useful potentially. Oxidizer. Bed. How are we looking for bed? I need to at least maintain 10 leather. And try not to use any fur. What do I need for the crafting? I need more wood for the crafting bench. Okay. Alright. Gotta take a little risk. Alright, I believe that was the entirety of the tree. Oh, shoot! No, not the house! You cursed creature. Okay. Okay, repair hammer. Here we need to... Good, charcoal. We need that. Raw meat, so stick that in there. Seed extractor. Very, very important we start getting these seeds up and running. Perfect. And basic water purifier. Do we have more charcoal? We do indeed. Hold to access. There we go. All right, 6. Prepare the house. What was it? I could have sworn there was a button combo that allowed me to just grab whole stacks of things. Huh. Whoa! The bedroll. Alright, alright. That bear was a hidden blessing. I'll admit it. Would this be too far away from the fire? No, that's perfect. Okay. Whoop, that was not the right button. There we go. Hold to set spawn point. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Ooh, crafting bench. Gonna need that. Okay. We're going to put this right here. Now, very quickly, we're going to want to actually... Let me see if I can't get the bones of that bear. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, well. Okay. So, let's just make sure everything else is in good condition, health-wise. Good. Good. All right. Perfect. All right. We're doing good. Everything seems to be largely in order. Ah, this pumpkin. Alright, we have a single pumpkin seed. We're going to need to try and make that work for us as much as possible. Okay. There really was a button that... Ah, it's control. Alright, it's becoming nighttime. X to drink. There we go. Did I bring more charcoal with me? Just a little bit. It's about a fourth filled. That's fine. Okay. Well, that continues its work. First things first. Clear out all of this stuff. I could have sworn I already did. I was under the impression that things didn't respawn on these overworld prospects. But I wonder if maybe they changed that. It's been a while since I looked into how the game functions. Well, either way, we're going to get rid of this tree. We don't want a windstorm, as aesthetic as it looks. We don't want we don't want a windstorm to come by and knock it into our house. There we go. And we're just gonna need a lot of dirt. A few more scoops. I'm going until I have 23 of my inventory slots filled. Or until my shovel breaks. Okay. Max craft. One more. There we go. That will about do it. Okay, just a few more. Okay. let's see how this is going to work. Actually, I think this is going to work out really well. Let's do one more. Okay. Now, we don't need a huge drawbridge, okay? Because, ideally, we won't need a long drawbridge. And we'll put, like, a cover over it or something so that it won't, you know, so we won't get caught out in the weather. We're basically going to create our own little artificial island to build on. Okay. Okay, alright. I like it. I like it so far. Now we are going to need to modify this. Upgrade type. Oh, that's right. You can upgrade directly into a new material without... Okay, that's right, that's right. But we don't... That's not what I need. What I need is to change this... to another doorway. How do I rotate? Here we go. R. There we go. Now, is this going to cause any problems? No. Player in bed, a campfire. Alright, good. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. I keep forgetting this game does not like escape as a way of exiting all menus, like most other games where escape is just kind of like universal, get out of whatever menu you're in. So, we're going to eat one of these. I'm going to eat that. And how are we doing food-wise? Let's re-up this cooked meat. There we go. And then we're going to have the riveting task of acquiring more dirt. Now, I don't want to deforest my immediate area too badly. So it's very possible that I'm going to go somewhere else to chop down a bunch of trees when it comes to making the walls and such of the new area. But first, we're gonna get the we're gonna get the dirt outline. That's the most important thing right now. Actually, real quick. So, tier 1 is wood structure. Simple, understandable. Okay. Then second tier is stone. I'm going to need a source of iron. Tier 3. What's tier 3? Is that metal? That's a buffalo. I'm wondering if it wouldn't be a better idea to try and reduce the amount of wood that I need for... Alright, good to know. Can and will trap animals. That actually works out really well. Okay. Good, good. Now, it's very possible that I remove the dirt from this immediate area. Go away. Be gone. Alright, we're going to go inside real fast. I have some meat I need to drop off anyway, so... I got control. There we go. Perfect. And then we're going to get some of this dirt crafting real fast. And while that's doing its thing, we're going to rejoin the... okay, here we go. Aluminum. Oh, and concrete right out here. Limestone. Is limestone easier to get? Where does one get limestone from? Or is aluminum easier to get? I do know that concrete is very, very expensive in the grand scheme of things. Reinforced glass, tier 5. I'm in an area where I don't need to worry about max tier... What is this? Oh, tier 2. Okay. Where I don't need to worry about, like, getting hit with max tier storms. That being said... an idea is forming in my head that it might be one of those things where I create a small wall, essentially, and part of the way that it works is that the walkway is essentially like I might make it where this walkway or this land bridge that I'm artificial land bridge is actually too thick. And then I put walls on either side, and then have this overhang, this concrete walkway, so that I'm walking on top of the wall, and then I'll eventually walk down some stairs, but that there's basically like a doorway or something at the bottom of those stairs. So if there's anything out there, I have a good overhead view of what's going on. And I basically enter in through like the second floor of my concrete building. That could be really cool, aesthetically wise. But we shall see. We'll see what's feasible. Oh yeah, here we go. Concrete gate fortification. Very simple. I like the idea. But we will... Okay, so we need a lot of steel and concrete. Is that going to hold true for this stuff? And it looks like maybe steel rebar and steel screws. Okay. Well, that means chances are steel rebar is going to be in the forge here, probably. Or not. Cement mixer. Iron, refined wood, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What else would I... Oh, furnace. Furnace? Carbon fiber, cold iron, steel. Okay. Steel ingots. Platinum sheath. Okay. Copper wire. Homestead silo. Great storage place for large quantities of plants and food. Every farm needs one of these. I don't know how that operates. I don't know. Okay. Is steel something that I get more down here, actually? A lot of iron, a lot of iron. Epoxy. Steel bloom. Crushed limestone. Icarus limestone is poisonous. Do not eat. Well, I mean, if you're eating rocks, I think there's already a number of problems. Okay. Ooh, a butcher's cleaver. Oops. That was to... Oh, yeah. Kill animal companions and mounts quickly. I remember they added that recently. I'm not exactly worried about getting that. I like how that's a an optional variant that just looks different and cool, but is otherwise exactly the same as the original. That's some good stuff. All right. What is it? Oh, skinning bench. Could be useful. Admittedly, I'm probably going to need a lot of... I'm going to need the... Where is it? Here we go. Basic fishing bench. Basic fishing trap. I think I was a little disappointed by these. I don't remember why. But that's okay. Oh, and then some cool satchels. Instant use of medicine inside of the bag. And just inherent small bag. Okay. I don't know where I craft the rebar. Like, is that something I need to specifically unlock? I didn't see anything specific to steel rebar. I could be wrong. I believe I might be... let me check my personage. Consume that. Get one of these. See how this is doing. It's doing... mouse. Grab the charcoal from there. Open this. Okay. Then you hold to access. And we're going to put all the charcoal in there. And then drink. There we go. We'll eventually move that to closer over here. Okay, joking. We're going to have more of these craft. While that's crafting, we're going to repair this real fast and then start placing these. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 4 more. Yeah, 4 more, 4 more. Okay. So, I failed to find how I create rebar. That might be at, like, a workbench, and I'm just missing it. That's okay. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to realize that going ahead and making this happen in a realistic time frame. Oh. Okay. It's too deep. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. We can fix this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and deconstruct. Deconstruct. That's right. We're just going to move it over by 1. Let's make sure this corner is going to be fine. Okay. Yeah, over in this area, it should be a little bit more shallow. That means it should be easier for us to go ahead and do what we want to do. I mean, look at this. I'm actually standing in the water here, so this will be fine. Alright, so we just need one more. But then we're going to have to go and start hunting for materials. Most specifically, we need to start getting our hands on things that we can mine. And what's probably going to happen, chat, is that the location of that little bunker there will probably get moved. Well, I mean, that's going to go away in the way that it is right now. But I'll probably move it where there's another row, one more row over here, right? And then it will be these two that will have, that will be the crossway. But again, that's a maybe. If I do keep it with these dimensions, because I'm also going to go up like 3 stories. If I do keep these dimensions, then I'm just going to move this over by 1. It's possible, because I don't want to go too far out back, because I'll start hitting that area that is too deep. I'll probably expand out this way, which means I might, at the very least, I'm probably going to do 1 more row. I might do 2 more rows. And then with that much space and, say, 3 levels, we should be good. And there will be an area where I have, like, a sloped... one of them will actually be indented and a slope. That way I have easy access to that. 1 or 2 of those. And then maybe a fishing trap, or at the very least, it'll be a great place for me to fish from. But we'll, it's a work in progress, Chad. It's a work in progress. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek. We have some mountains right here. So let's see if there's anything interesting up there. But first, we're going to put away all the materials that we can't bear to go without. Dirt in here, the silica ore, and the bone. Okay. Rock is going to come with us as a repair material. Rain reservoir, no, we don't need that. Oxide dissolver. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. Ooh. Ooh, we need more leather. Herbalism bench. Yeah, eventually. Alright, what time is it in game? It's actually getting pretty close to time. And unfortunately, chat, I am being called by nature in the real world. So, I'm going to go ahead and pause this real fast. And I will be right back. Give me just a moment. Apologies, chat. Thank you for your patience. I have returned. I really do hate having to, step away in the middle of a stream. It's not what I like. However, sometimes your hand is forced. And, it is what it is. Alright, so let's take stock here. Okay, we have a good number of seeds, because that's going to be another thing that we're going to need to do, is we're going to probably want to have... The third floor is probably going to turn into, like, a balcony garden. Could even be where the walls... Depending on how it works with the way that the system operates, it could be that the walls are maybe glass, the reinforced glass, and then the ceiling is concrete or something of that nature. I don't know. We'll see. Basically, just have a rooftop greenhouse. That could be fun. I believe that's a bear. That looks like a bear. You're gonna have to be careful. That is definitely a bear. Okay. This is just a quick scouting mission. Oh boy. Oh, that was almost a really bad fall. Just a little extra stone. You never know. Get some sticks. Ooh, coffee. Oh, hello. Salt. Deep mining deposit. Okay, salt. Not bad, not bad. What we really want is like an iron deep mining deposit. That's ideally nearby. Do I have... I think I do. Whoa. That deer's body and the terrain were... That was certainly a way for them to interact. It would also be really good to have an oxide deposit. Those would be ideal. Iron and oxide being my two personal, requests, so to speak. Alright, we're about to get in battle here. Alright, we had to strike first. Strike first, strike quick. We should actually probably get ourselves some javelins. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Let's not gather all of these, but just a few to give me more seeds. That's good enough for now. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's see about going up here real fast. Let us see what there is to see. Oop. One of those. One of these. There we go. Oop, starting to get late in the day. We don't want to stay out too much later. What is this? Oh, silica. Okay. Not going to grab it just yet. It's going to be too dangerous. I think it would be cool if the wolf, like, attacked the moas and stuff. We're gonna have, it's gonna start getting really dark soon. We have just a few more moments. I did a little bit of research though, and I'm pretty sure I should find some more deep deposits back here. Of course, I might run past them because it's gonna be so dark. Oh. Titanium. I mean, I'll take a deep deposit of titanium. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Oh, here's another one. Silica. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, titanium, silica. We found salt. We're obviously going to need to find some, like, actual cave systems to get some initial materials. Oof. Oh, that's bees. Owie. Bees in this game are kind of evil. Oi! Really? Ow. Man, you really chased me out of ways. Alright, I need to get home. Wait a minute. An oxide deep mine. Oh, and it's right. Oh yeah. All right, I got one of my wish list items. I got lucky, chat. Look at this. Infinite oxygen. Okay. Oop, that went out. Let's go ahead and put those on for food. All right, good. Perfect, perfect. Get our temperature back up. Okay, let's just take a quick gander at the skill tree again. Where do we start getting deep mining equipment? If memory serves, it's actually going to be in tier 3. Deep mining drill. Here we go. Steel, copper ingots, epoxy. Copper would also be a good one to have because of all the electronics that we're probably going to need to make. Physical resistance. Honestly, yeah. We're going to go ahead and get this bone armor. Actually, hold up. Hold up. Before I say anything too crazy. Let's put all that away. Oh, need more oxide. Let's put the plant. Let's keep ourselves organized. Put the plants in there. Prepare our stuff real fast. Okay. Salt. A key ingredient in concrete, glass, and many other materials. So, I found a salt. Did I also find silica? Deep mining? I think it was titanium, silica, salt, and oxide so far. I think. I'm going to have to go back out there and then actually make notes on the map so that put a little markers down. That way I can keep track of all that because I will eventually forget. We're gonna need this. We're gonna need this, and then we're gonna need one of these. And it would be a good idea to have a water skin as well. go. Alright, we're in business. Chat, we're making it work. So, then a 5 place. How does this work again? I need sulfur. Oh. Okay. That's all right. Okay. Explore it a little bit down this way. I forgot to fill up my water skin because I'm just that good. Soybeans! Yes! Soybeans are so good! And melons! Oh, chat, we got lucky. Yes! Alright, what else? Harvesting berries whenever I find them. Ooh, more soy. But yeah, the buff that you get from soybeans is actually pretty crazy. I'm just going to take a quick walk in this area. I'm so glad I came down. I was like, let me just check the opposite shore, you know? Let me see what's going on over here. I'm not going to be out for too long because I want to get the soybeans back so I can get seeds out of them. But roasting soybeans gives a pretty awesome perk, if I remember correctly. Oh, another titanium deposit. Okay. Might be a little bit more accessible than the previous one. Alright, some of my food buffs are falling off. Oh, you know it'd be really cool if there's a cave against that mountain. Oh, it looks like there might be. Hold up. Oh. Oh, I think we're lucky, chat. Oh, wait, what's this? Is that... Oh, that's salt. That's another salt mine. Salt mine. Classic internet joke, chat. Classic internet joke. Alright, since I'm here, I'm going to grab this oxide, because I'm going to need it. Actually, was there any sulfur around? No, I don't think there was. Now, if this is... Oh, yep. This is a cave. Alright, hold on. How do I add remove marker? Here we go. That was it. Down player, lost equipment, dropship player. Okay. And then I think it was one over here. Oh, wait. What? Wait. Exotic radar. Look at player. Well, that's disappointing. I think there was something over here. It might have also been salt. This is oxite, which is really good. I think this was titanium. I know there was a titanium up here. Was this silica? I don't remember. Let me reload on food.